lasted decade after decade. And I think the real charm of Conan lies in this grim, violent world, which basically says we're all doomed, but how we face that doom is what really matters. Do you spit in its eye and go down swinging, or do you let it consume you? And I think this was really appealing to audiences at the time. We have to remember that Conan was born during the Great Depression in America, a time when trust in institutions was at an all-time low and people were grappling with economic collapse and social upheaval. And Conan's journey from thief to king resonated with that sense of uncertainty, and he pretty much embodied
Yes. I haven't touched it in a bit. I've been busy. Yeah. Ugh. Oh Lord. I don't think the Discord is linked up to the stream, so give me a sec. Yeah, hit it. Boink. Doink. Say something.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. All right, it's working.
Also, I would like to state, if you are not feeling well partway in, end it. You don't want to push yourself.
Mm. I think that's like the only thing that's going to stop me is just the nasty cough.
Yeah, that
Even
will
though,
make you lightheaded. So make sure to have water on you.
yep.
So, big ass mushrooms, huh? I may have only been there for the end of it, but what the fuck?
Well, I took out the hag. Don't tell him. Don't tell him. She's not dead yet.
Did you not see my messages in chat when they killed her?
Yep.
I was
I
like,
did.
no, she turned into spores. Nah, that's sus as fuck.
Well, what actually happened is because if they were paying attention, I could hear my voice from your end.
I'm on my phone right now. I'm cooking food.
Ah.
Yeah,
Well,
let me move my phone.
No.
That should help a little bit.
Yeah, I am getting lightheaded because of the coughing, but it's not going to stop me.
Just make sure to have water, obviously.
Yep.
Should counteract that for the most part. As you were saying,
What was I saying?
I said something about the spores.
Oh, yeah, no, it's definitely not the spores. What she does in order to teleport herself is actually use the fungal roots. She spread it throughout the town. That's why when they first found evidence of her bad deeds, I made sure damn well to explain that there were two 5-print fungal marks that bury into the cobblestone.
Noted.
Yep.
But yeah, I was all serious about that. My character, I did buy 7,000 units of pressure cookers.
Good lord.
Hey, all I'm gonna do is make fucking bank out of them once I get them fixed, or bombs. Depends on the situation.
I need to actually start adding more to my little tavern shelf in the back behind me. Oh, speaking of which, I finally have my character, as you saw last stream, fully done.
Oh yeah.
Yep. He now... Oh, where... DM. Nizran. He has a big-ass die.
Yes, I saw. He is
Well,
the Lord of the Die.
Well, what's interesting is I was trying to figure out what color to do the die, and here's what it looks like. Yeah, it's actually very well done. I honestly was gonna go like, oh, the gold is gonna look pretty bad. Nah, gold and purple always look good for a reason.
Oh, you don't have it up. I can't see it.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, I'm in Discord. My apologies.
Oh, yeah, give me a sec. I will. Yeah, taking time.
I mean, we gotta wait for one more anyways, so.
Yep. And the boy. Hey.
Don't do the voice.
What? Which voice?
Ralph. Rolf.
All right, here he is in general in group 2.
Ooh, fuck you, Ed boy.
There it is, yeah. Hold on. What does that say? Oh, you cheeky little bastard. I see that. Kill players, don't follow CR.
What is CR?
Challenge rating.
Combat rating. Or yeah, challenge rating.
It's challenge rating. And even so, I tend to follow challenge rating roughly, which unfortunately
Unless necessary.
unless necessary, and 5e is pretty bad at its challenge rating systems. A good example is, a cloud giant is a challenge rating 8. So 4 players who are 8th level should take out a cloud giant, right? No, it's an absolute fucking stomp for the cloud giant. Okay. So a challenge rating, let's make this up. Wormling, which is a blue dragon, which is a challenge rating 2. A party of 4 should be able to take out the blue dragon. Yes, they can, but it's usually a one-sided brawl. And even so, the wormling could just leave.
Ow! No, fuck this, I'm out.
Yeah. So a lot of it just comes down to what do you actually know about the monster and what do you want your monster to behave like at this point.
Yeah.
All right, I will go put it back into intro.
Normal people with a time machine. Get down, Lincoln. Sure, me with a time machine. 1 ticket to the games, please. It's free, you idiot. Viking berserkers are the first furries. Don't at me. You killed the king. This isn't what King Richard wanted. On second thought, when your old computer hard drive dies and you lose all your files and memories. Disney in World War II for some reason. Americans. Lol, Britain just claims a bunch of empty rocks. Also Americans. What was the incident at your ziggurat? No way. When you have class at 8 and have to fight the Persians at 9. Direct descendants of famous foes are revealed to be rival traders in London. Their ancestors famously clashed in the Battle of Waterloo in 1815. Normal people with a time machine.
Because that's the thing. If we
I'm
try to do it without him, we might not. You guys might not get the information you need from the pirates at the bar. It's kind of the problem.
Fair. Though I am also very well known through these parts, I'm assuming.
You know, we could technically roll for that. Yeah, popularity. That would be just a charisma check, I guess.
Alrighty, let me go grab my sheet here since I
Fuck.
just started up my PC.
That was
As-
low.
As Belle's getting ripped apart by a tiger, king tiger.
No, it was. I am the King Tiger. He was a Sherman.
Ah,
Even worse.
I kept getting my shit rocked by fucking Russians.
yes, the
that
T-80s.
that sounds about right. Oh, cold air. That feels nice.
Oh my fucking god.
Fucking-
I'll be right back.
Here's the thing. I actually don't play War Thunder. I just know a lot more on World War II vehicles.
That's fair.
Yep.
Fuck. It was Haviland, no? Yeah.
Haviland. Yes, it is Haviland. I should actually redo
'Cause-
your
'cause
character
I have
names.
Because I
Because-
have the two. Because I have Haviland and then I have Reggie, and I'm just like,
Basically clones of each other in a sense.
yeah.
Yeah, fuck's sake. I'm back.
What does Casey want?
No, that wasn't Kesu.
What happened?
Other friend that I don't talk to a lot.
Ah,
Alrighty.
Not
I'll
because
give
I
you a
don't like him,
message.
just because he's busy. But fucking.
I'll give you a message if Ed pops in.
all right. Yep. I will put it on the battle map so everyone knows what's kind of going down. At least for the streamer, people viewing the stream, because it's gonna be a hot minute till our most valued player currently at the frickin' moment.
All right, let me.
Ed or me?
Ed, because he's unfortunately going to be the one to sweet talk everyone. You're more likely going to throw a loaf of hard baguette.
If I throw a potato
Yeah.
at someone, it's gonna go through them.
Historically speaking,
Yeah, something tells me you're going to
okay,
turn
that
a
is a
baguette
ref-
into a frickin'
that is a reference to our other campaign that we're playing, where
Uh-oh.
Well,
he
that's a
threw
building.
a spear and it nailed a crow
No, it
mid-flight.
missed. No, it missed the crow, but the sonic boom it created hit the crow, and that's what killed it.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, the boom made the bird go boom. Anyways, let me fucking roll this.
I am dying.
At least I got to say sorry to Odin for killing all of his crows. Accidentally.
This die is not working with me. Let me go grab another one.
To be fair, I did think it was a fucking pigeon.
Yep.
I didn't think it was a crow, and then once I learned it was Odin's crow, I'm like, sorry, didn't mean to,
One of his
Shit.
2 crows.
No, he has a lot more. Well, in that
No,
campaign.
no,
he
No,
does.
in actual mythology, he has 2.
There's
Well, yeah, I know, in
Froki
mythology.
and Froki. I can't remember the other one's name.
Thor, Odin's son.
No,
That's his
that's
son.
his fucking son.
There's Froki, and then
What
there's
the
the other one.
fuck?
No, Froki's somebody else. Hold on.
You're
Just look
gonna
it up.
Google it? Yeah.
Hugin and Moonin? I
Right.
think that's it. Mind and Thought.
Yep. That would be it.
That is a 19.
Ah. A lot of captains know you in this area. In fact, a lot of them know you as the traitor
Now
because your hijinks in delivering black market foods, ales, drinks, and wood have actually provided for this city and other areas to quite literally making a bank. Dead Man's Hideout has actually gained 2% of its funds from you.
Okay, so because the two words sounds very similar, I thought you said traitor there for a second. I'm like, wait a second, I don't think I've done anything. What?
No. Oh, and I mean basically a merchant.
Yeah, trader.
Yep.
Or trader.
That'd be hilarious as every captain just points at you and goes, traitor, traitor, traitor. It's not even like normal. It's just point. Shame. Shame. Uh-oh, someone's dying.
Dry throat.
Mine is literally just mucus. Ugh.
Yeah, I have the worst I got right now is a dry throat and a cold sore.
Ow.
You
Yeah,
are literally
mine-
dying from the inside out.
Yep. Which sucks is I know where the scratchiness in my throat is coming from. If I take my finger and place it above my clavicle, it's right in that area.
Right at the dip?
Yep.
Ooh, yeah, that's where it is for me right now. That's like the dry, itchy that I got right now.
All right. I'm going to call Ed and
The worst
See
thing I
what's
have
going
is an
on.
itchy asshole.
thanks.
That's because you got.
TMI.
That's because you got swamp ass hired.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Really?
Trying to reach is not available.
The second you called him, he jumped into chat.
Damn. What a grand and intoxicating timing.
I literally picked up my phone and said, "Oh, I should probably join chat before he fucking calls me and yells at me." And
I
then
don't
I dodged you narrowly. Love you.
I don't
So-
yell, but well, actually I do, but it's only for under circumstances. But
Yeah, I mean
luckily-
it completely exaggeratedly.
Yep.
DM wrangling problem player.
By like 0.2 seconds, you managed to beat him.
And like, we just got home from Costco. That's why I was delayed.
That's fine. At least I have information on what happened. All right.
Yeah, no worries.
Now, we know you specifically are getting these people buttered up to start spilling the words. Belle, you've been gone. We had to close everything early last time, so I'm going to let you do what you need.
I was in the bar eating bread last time.
That was a different bar. So that means you're all the way in Bumblefuck. What was it? This is Banabar. What was the other one?
I don't fucking remember where we were, honestly.
Mushroom.
Too.
I don't think they remember the bar scene because they were doing a bloody nose.
Ah, yeah, that is true.
I don't know. Just
Yeah.
remind
So
me
that
where
means-
I am, and we'll go from
You're
there.
leaning against a wall eating a loaf of bread. Because
Cool.
I remember specifically you helped us out with dealing with the pirates outside because we just clocked their asses.
Yep.
I walked up, clocked two of them, walked back to my corner, and started eating my bread.
Indeed. And then you dealt with your bloody nose.
Yeah, we'll go from there. I'm just eating my bread.
Your bread. And you're on the wall eating your bread. Your bread is mighty. Your bread is fine. Eat it with no remorse. Okay.
Or with a drink of wine.
All right. Before I start quoting the Bible, Ed. We still got a game of poker or blackjack, whatever one we picked. I don't care. I'm
We
gonna
were
pretend they're
playing
the same thing,
blackjack.
even though they're not. It's blackjack. All right.
Yeah, we were playing blackjack last time I
Is that
remember.
in the bar?
They are in.
Yep.
Everybody's in the bar.
Yep. Are you gonna join them and make it interesting, or?
Yeah, I walk in and sit down.
Rachel, would you like more
table.
pizza?
All right, because you've seen the Conquistador doing all these good games, and you're kind of getting interested on wanting to throw in your hat into this bid. What gold do you have on your person?
I just put down bread in the middle of the table.
Don't worry, let that know.
Oh no! Oh no! Let's see if anyone notices and just goes, "Wait, are you literally betting bread?"
I look at him. I look at him and kind of with the entire table noticing me. I look at him dead in the eyes. Can I roll an intimidation and just go, "You got a problem with that?"
All right, let's see if he succeeds. He rolls a 2. He is very intimidated by the 7.5, 8, nearly 8 foot tall Goliath.
Yes.
He just looks at you with his slit goblin eyes immediately widen to almost comedic size, like golf balls, and you could see the entirety of all the whites in his eyes, and he just goes, "No, no, I don't have a problem with that."
What does the rest of the table do?
Everyone else is actually not phased because you threw your intimidation right at him. Everyone else is not phased. And I'm not sure about Ed though.
Ed, how do you react to the bread donation?
I don't think he's here.
Yep. Wife pulled him.
Oh,
Got him out of
no!
dick.
Right by the walls.
Comes before D&D, I guess.
No, I don't think they need another one.
Good lord.
They already have issues with the one they have.
I'm dying. I don't
It's
need to
defective.
die.
Take it back.
The joke wasn't that good. I'm sorry.
It's defective. Take it back.
All right. Well, I'll just say he wasn't intimidated because I actually rolled a nat 20 on his freaking intimidation resistance. I don't know what kind of nuts he's got, but he's probably got some sort of Spanish unobtainium nuts.
That's fair enough.
All right. I will say you have to roll just a d20 to see how good your hand is and how good you play your poker face. And something tells me you're pretty monotone, so your poker face is actually going to get pretty okay.
I don't really make emotions, so I don't really have a poker face. My poker face is literally just my face. So take of that how you will. The only thing that excites me is bread. There's my pony. Is that one?
Now roll for Ed. He rolled a 7. Goblin rolled a 3. The half orc rolled an 11, and
I rolled an
Bigga
18.
Booba up north had rolled a freaking nat 20. I'm freaking sorry. What is with her? Okay.
Okay, hi.
Hey,
I rolled an
Ed.
18.
You're rolling dice for me?
Ed,
Well, you
I
weren't
will
here.
take back. Yep, I will take back what I said, and you roll.
Well,
Oh,
you gotta
right.
give
What
him
am I
context of
rolling?
what he's rolling for.
Yeah.
Oh, he knows.
No, he
Gambling,
wasn't
right?
here.
Yes.
Okay, good. I love gambling.
Oh, I thought you were gonna do the
Bell
intimidation
donated
check.
bread.
To the
What is your
gamble?
reaction? Yeah, what is your reaction?
I mean,
I also made a
It's clo-
goblin shit himself.
Close enough.
oh, thank you. The dice bag. She has created her own collection of dice. Spoiler, they're mine. But like that's no, you can't have my purple dice. You took everyone else. No, you took my dice tray.
Oh no, she's already a dice goblin.
She's literally a dice goblin. Like, can you give me my tray back? Why'd you? She took it from me and threw it in the kitchen and walked away.
Kids.
Ruth, Rachel, stop your daughter. She's attacking me. See?
Hey, Ed, roll a d20 for gambling.
All right, let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Do I get a bonus to gambling?
Yes, because you have actually got a lot of experience right now.
Yeah, I'll just say I'm proficient, so I get a +2.
Yep.
So I got a 14.
Ah, well, all donations have been absolutely donated to her up here.
Yeah. Are you
Hi,
being what's wrong?
Willie.
Mommy's not being nice.
All right.
Oh, it made you fall on
Oh,
your butt.
well, we need. Hold up, I need a mute. Oh, thank you. Okay, thank you, Ed. As I was saying, all donations, including the bread, have now went to this lady up here.
I want to get my
And
bread back. I want to fucking roll or do the next hand.
all right, the goblin is even more drunk. The monkey's even more drunk. The orc, the half orc herself, for some reason hasn't gotten any more drunk because she rolled a 19. And the lady up north, she is now starting to show signs of buzzed. Inebriation.
How
So,
drunk would you say the small goblin is?
how would I put it? His blood contains 85% alcohol.
I'm just gonna walk over behind him and just kind of tip the chair slightly, just enough to where nobody else will notice, but he'll just go.
He just falls to the side.
Yeah.
And you take his place?
Yep.
All right.
He's essentially knocked out on the ground now, isn't he?
Yep. He's unconscious.
Can I just lean over and steal his gold pouch?
He's all the way on the other side of the table.
No, he was right next to me because I looked at him and fucking intimidated him.
No, you stared at him from across the table. Because that's where
You
I'm
stared
sitting
at him
currently.
from a 15-foot distance.
No, I thought I was next.
I, on the other hand, am just gonna.
No one bats an eye. In fact, you see the lady up north. She caught wind of it and just like, I won't tell.
What I get?
What was the last bid? I think it was about 50 gold. Drop it down to, it would be 32 gold.
Nice. I'm going to take 32 gold and I'm going to drop 20.
All right. Everyone else does that. Ed is muted, so.
Considering my background, I'm going to claim proficiency on this one as well.
All right. Ed,
I
roll me some gambling skills. Oh, gee.
Where's my dice tower? This will make it so much easier.
Considering I've seen both of them play fucking for a while, I'll gain a little bit of proficiency.
Yep. +2 proficiency to every one of the players.
That's where my other D20 was. Okay.
Okay. I got a 7.
I got a 21.
Uh-oh.
21 as well.
Ooh. Well, now it's just you two. Everyone else got pulled from the table, and now it's just between you two. So the whole bid is right there. It's about 73 gold.
All right, so
and
73
a
gold.
loaf of bread.
Yes.
It really doesn't matter who wins.
So just roll.
16.
I got 13, which means you won. You win the pot.
All right. That comes down to, do you want to continue or do you want to try and pull everyone's ear?
They've all pulled out after this one. I'm done.
I
still made a plus of 12 gold.
Yep.
I didn't lose anything, and I got my bread back, so I get everything, and I'm just gonna walk over to the bar.
Don't forget to add 72 gold. And 1 loaf of bread.
Oh, good lord. I'm dying. Again. All right. So.
Apologies.
Yes.
Just before I myself get up to kind of meander about, I set a single piece of gold in front of the gifted lady. I'll call her that.
All right.
Yeah, I'll toss her a coin too.
She acknowledges it and tips her hat and doesn't say a word.
Just a piece of your troubles. And I'm just gonna wander.
I head
All
over to the
right.
bar and I get myself a pint.
All right, Ed, what do you got?
Are we still gambling or are we done?
It looks like everyone is done. They are out of money.
Okay, so what are we doing now? Is that what you're asking me?
Yes.
Yep. Everyone,
Okay.
I assume everyone, when they are ready, will roll investigation.
Okay. Then we'll do that. I got a 10.
10? Okay, so you
22.
don't catch anything. Bell clearly catches the conversation between the entirety of the Aarakocras and these two.
I got 17.
17. You are capable of catching a conversation between these two only. So the higher one will go first. What you end up catching is the Aarakocra are just simply out of their clothing shop, as they call it, from a northern part of the city. And they sound like they are worried that they're going to be next for their targeted assault because their neighbors had just ripped in the place looking for something and they don't know what it is and they are worried that they might be next. But over here, you hear what sounds like a light conversation between the big lizard man and this man. It sounds like they are trying to get everything ready and set for a market deal up in the northwest part of the city. They got as many people up there to, quote, help move cargo. And as for you, Kenny, you were capable of catching the conversation of what happened as well. And it sounds like a very similar story had happened. Their neighbors, a neighboring inn, was absolutely not an inn, a tavern, was just outright ransacked, and they
And they
couldn't
don't know
really
who
do.
did it.
They don't know who did it, and that's only for you guys if you want to try and pry in and figure it out. But even so, how safe is that?
Well, here's the thing. I, as a pirate, know very well you don't fuck with the bar.
That is true.
So, I myself am actually going to go up to the counter to talk to the tavern keep.
All right. You butt your way between some of the Aarakocra, and you see a man walk up to you, and he goes, "What can I do for you? I'm not sure if I have oils for you." Uh,
It's
uh,
quite all right. More particularly on business this time.
all right. You look familiar around here. Are you, by any chance, one of the men who usually deliver my ale and wines?
Yes, most people call me the traitor, I suppose.
Geez, that could have a double meaning.
Fair enough.
All
But
right.
for this particular instance, I'm more of looking for, or asking, about some information I have happened across.
Mm. Well, that's dangerous. Are you sure you're ready for such informations? especially how things have been going south as of recent.
Well, I know, at least for myself, that threatening a tavern or tavern keep is definitely a no-no.
Oh, you've heard. Yeah, no, that's probably one of the only rumors around here that's true. But a lot of people aren't believing it.
Well, then, may I interest you in possibly a lookout for the next few days or so?
That would actually be very nice. Albeit, I don't think it would go in your favor due to the fact that what it sounded like from everyone I've heard, it wasn't a small band of misfits. It was almost an entire 200-man crew.
Well, it can be very persuasive.
Hmm. I'm trying to get my tongue. I know your name. Is it Havlin?
That indeed.
Oh, hmm. You might be able to convince their captain, but I'm not sure if they know you. Considering it just took me a minute to remember your name, I assume because you're called the traitor, every captain here knows you. So you might have a bit of a ground to work with.
That's all right. I like a bit of a challenge. And just for a moment, a single tendril uh, rubs against the underside of my jaw before slipping back inside.
His eyes widen and then close back up, and he's just like, hmm. Be careful with what magics you work with, boy. I don't know anything of what you're working with, but I don't need them. Just be a merchant for me and I will pay you handsomely.
Duly noted. And I'll make sure this tavern stays well stocked.
All right. Um, Bell,
Ooh,
you're just chugging a mug or anything, or you're just coming up with
I'm just
anything?
I'm just sipping on a beer. Well, fucking eating bread.
All right. Ed, you don't catch any conversation, but I will let you try and, quote, interrogate the goblin. Because he's literally just on the ground for you. Oh, he's mute.
Andy
Okay.
boy.
Nah, don't worry about it.
Oh,
All right. Um, so are you going to wait here or make your way to my brain is shutting down the location that you need to?
for the most part, I'm actually going to go because pirates themselves do keep information, at least written down somewhere.
Ah,
Uh, I'm going to go see if I can gather the information on what happened on at least the last tavern or taverns, depending,
hmm.
and see if there's either an MO or a noticeable trend on what they do.
Hmm. So I assume you'll probably talk to someone who probably looks like they have paperwork on them.
Either paperwork or they know, have a look about them of like they would know what may have happened.
All right. You make your way up north of this table and you stop to the captain at the table. He's drunkenly talking to the young lass, and he turns his head slightly and goes, "Havlin, Havlin, oh God, I am dying." Yeah,
Easy there, old man. Don't want you keeling over already.
aye, that's good. I may have overdone it on the the Honeydale. Oh, what can I do for you? Unless you
Well,
got me some wines.
maybe another day.
Oh, darn it.
I'm actually here on a bit of business.
Ooh,
Couldn't happen, but overhear your conversation there.
I'm sorry for that. My mouth is too big and can't keep it shut. You know me.
That's all right. I take quite offense to people who assault either our taverns or tavern keeps. One of the few places where we can
Right?
relax.
It's supposed to be a. We got the barmaids, we got the whores, and the alcohol. I just love throwing all the gold at the tavern wenches. Oh, it just sucks now that one of our famed taverns. Oh, the drunken rat. The drunken rat brewery is gone. As far as I know, they ripped through that place trying to look for something, but all they did was smash all the drinks, destroyed the wine distillers, and wrecked at least about 36 gold pieces of dishes. That's not all right.
That sounds less of searching for something and more of a targeted attack, wouldn't you say?
Well, what's interesting is the people who work there, all of them are still there except for two. What's interesting is these two just disappeared. And what's more interesting is those who actually did work there were actually doing their best to defend the place. We've actually looked over the place. In fact, if you want to go up there too, they actually pushed over a few tables and tried taking a defensive position. Other than that, it didn't bode well if it was two versus Lord knows how many.
Hmm. Well, I'll see what information I can get, and next time there'll be a bottle on me.
Ah, ha, ha, ha. Ah, oh boy, I am like 6 months away from retirement. Hopefully, I get myself a big haul off of a Congregella treasure vessel.
Well, looks to you, my old friend.
All right. So, I will reveal a map to you. Give me blah, 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 DM only. Copy image. Boink. Boink. Create from clipboard. Also delete this one because I. So, Banabarin is the fuck?
You
Yeah, I was about ready to say, what the fuck?
know, assholes on the highway. Anyways,
Yeah, it sounded like a freaking plane for a second. I thought you were getting freaking shot, getting bombed by a Stuttga. All right. As I was going to say, Banabarin is right here, so you're going to need to make your way all the way to here. That is where the attack happened. In fact, it only happened a few days ago. Other than that,
good. Some evidence
not
should
much to
still be
see.
there then.
Hopefully. A lot of us believe they are actually looking for something, but we, honest to gods, don't know. So good luck in your investigation, lass. Oh ho! All right. I assume Ed is still.
Yeah, he's
Yep.
still muted.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, I'm going to assume Ed is just kind of relaxing and taking
Yep.
a few drinks,
Yep.
and I'm going to look over to Belle, just kind of whistle slightly,
I just look over.
and nod my head towards the door.
All right.
I get up.
All right. Interesting.
And as he meets up with me, Just kind of crack my knuckles and like, well, either we're gonna get a lot of gold, or we're gonna crack skulls, or both. What do you feel about that?
I just crack my knuckles.
All right. And we're just gonna head over to the other bar.
All right.
As we're going there, what the hell are we doing?
Well, right now we're just heading over to the bar so we can get evidence from a previous attack. Because nobody fucks with the bar.
It's more so my character wouldn't know what's going on.
Yep.
Oh, I would have. I explained the situation.
That works.
Just
All right.
bar got attacked. That's not okay. I'm pissed and I want information.
You see, as you walk up to the entrance, the door has been blown open and it is basically off its hinges.
Just gonna shove the door.
What, the SAS raid this fucking house?
Essentially, yeah.
Fucking block the door and enter, fucking shoot anyone who's standing.
Yeah, basically. You walk into what appears to be a very disturbing sight as the place is just mauled. There's almost not a single thing unturned except for one table with a few supplies on it. Mostly just some empty mugs and a glass bottle. There's only 2 paddles in here that were used probably as weapons, but are broken by whoever assaulted this place.
I head over to the bar.
There is no bar in here. It's actually just a sit-down area.
Oh,
So roll me investigation, you two.
18.
I did my
18?
best.
Alrighty.
I got 17.
17. Both of you did pretty damn good. So, as you're investigating this side of the area, you notice that a lot of the tables actually do have what appears to be marks of holes blown through them. And not only that, as you walk over here, a lot of the chairs were not really grabbed and thrown down to the ground, more like grabbed and thrown at the wall and shoved around looking for something. Like someone was actually searching for something, probably a weapon or an item of worthwhile. You can Havlin taking a look over to the banister that holds the building up. You notice it's the few ropes that hold the chandelier above the place. It looks to be riddled with cuts and bullet marks. What's more interesting is over here, down this hallway, you see that a door is blown open, and you can see shrapnel from what appears to be more plywood. You make your way over here, and I will tell you where you want to go. Or you can tell me where you want to go, I mean.
I go through the door.
You go through the door. As you make your way through the door, this used to be probably the captain's like living quarters, which is actually not too shabby for a barkeep, or maybe it's just a captain who retired and decided to settle down here, and now he probably doesn't have his retirement money anymore.
Fair enough.
Yep. Vel, do you want to take a look anywhere?
I follow him.
All right. You make your way to the same room. I assume you want to try and look where you feel is the most appropriate to look.
I'm gonna walk over to what I assume is the bed.
Yep.
I'm gonna grab it by the side and lift it up so I can see underneath.
You see what appears to be dust beds where items used to be. They are missing.
Can I tell what the shape these items may have been?
Um, One of them clearly is a lockbox. Another seems to be probably a large chest of some sort, but it only is raised about maybe a foot off the ground. And everything else seems to be unknown items, including what you assume was probably a sword, except its dust outline has been disturbed.
Hmm. Well, there was something here. Either whether it was stolen or retrieved by the captain themselves, I can't tell.
Alrighty. Anything else you want to try and take a look for?
I'm gonna give a general scan of the room itself.
Hmm.
That is an 18. Getting
18.
lucky tonight.
You look throughout the whole room. You notice there's a lot of things missing in here. Like, a lot. This room actually may have had more items in here than previously thought. What's interesting is you see over in this area right here what used to probably be a cupboard or a desk or table or something. It's not there anymore. You see what appears to be outlines of what may have been picture frames gone as well.
Everything ransacked and stolen. That is more abnormal than normal.
I mean, steal something that no one is quote using and sell it to someone who will quote unquote use it, or it could be something else entirely.
Setting the bed back down, I'm gonna kind of like rip the covers off to see if there's anything hidden beneath the mattress or something like that.
Well, what you do is you actually reveal what appears to be a few logs that have stab wounds in them, and it rolls onto the floor of the room. And not only that, a lot of the bed sheets themselves have been disturbed, lifted, and all that. So whoever went in this room to try and check the bed was very thorough.
They were definitely searching for something, if not anything. Um, from there, I'm going to head across the hall.
Across the hall, as you make your way down here, you see a very peculiar sight. As a partial longboat was used to smash in this table.
Well, that takes a feat of strength.
What's interesting is the table seam and the longboat has chopped marks in it, probably from an axe of some sort.
Can from where I'm standing, can I tell if there's anything like abnormal about this particular situation besides what's obvious?
Um, what's interesting is you see what appears to be skid marks of what was probably chairs in this room. And other than that, you see more paintings missing.
I'm going to head to the top left.
Top left. All right.
Yeah.
So like right over here.
The room above me.
Oh, this one? Top left.
No,
Okay.
that top
Oh,
left.
this here.
No.
Like right here.
You had me correct on the far side of the map.
Oh, top left.
There's a room above me, isn't there?
Oh, that
Above that?
room. Okay, yes. As you make your way over here, you see what appears to be a ransacked distillery.
Now, it's one thing to steal paintings, gold, weapons. Why destroy the distillery?
An interesting question. Bell, do you got any thoughts?
No.
Nope. Uh-oh.
Bread.
Bread.
I mean, he turns to me and just sees me eating bread.
All I imagine is that Belle's character straight up just has like a small loaf of bread just sticking out of their mouth. Just not even holding it with their hands, just munch, 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 like
slowly,
a cow.
slowly siphoning all the yeast out from the with her saliva.
I'm going to investigate the caskets.
All right.
Casks.
This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
The what?
I said, this isn't the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
Al. Technically speaking, you've seen me.
And you're ugly as shit.
Alright, that is a math.
Meth?
Yes.
God damn.
Crack, okay. Anyway.
God damn. He found like 2 platinum pieces worth of crack. No.
I rolled a solid 15.
Solid 15?
How solid we talking?
We're talking about semi-flaccid to quite hard. All right. Yeah, we're talking
Anyways.
Daffy Duck. We're talking Daffy Duck's the solid. Okay. As I was
Oh god,
going
that
to...
scene. Okay.
All right.
Anyways.
All right, before I start having a coughing fit again, let's actually get back to this. The barrels themselves, you can tell they are about a 75-year-old Hungragellen wine of some sort. But from what you can tell is whoever came in here quite literally punched a hole into these things.
Again, a feat of strength. Barrels are not this easily broken, especially from the outside.
And you said it was a 15. Okay, so. Oh, excuse me. Other than that, you actually see what appears to be skid marks of actual distillery barrels, which are basically just a tub with a set of stairs leading up to them, and they are gone too.
Well, from that, and this is a bit that I kept to myself because I'm a cheeky bastard like that. I'm gonna check these barrels over for a sigil, specifically my sigil, because I like to trade shit.
Ah, funny thing is, this one right here has actually a sigil on it, and it is your sigil. And it's on this side of the barrel because when you usually do trades with these wine barrels, you always make sure that it is signed off from the original seller to the marketer and to you, which then you sign it off to the next person. So it knows how many people it has been traded to before it got to its current destination.
And I'm gonna look at the barrel. Well, this just became very personal. I just kind of point at the sigil. I sold this to them. So now I'm angry. Very angry.
Oh, good lord.
From there, I'm going to go north.
North. All right. You make your way to a hallway starting to be littered with broken boxes. And as you make your way north, this just leads outside, but over here leads to what was probably the kitchen. In fact, you can actually see some of the leftover stonework for what was a cooker, an actual oven, stone oven, missing, gone.
I just kind of squint at the square that where it would have been. It's like,
Yep.
that just seems excessive.
Yeah, it would be right here.
Not only stole almost everything in the store, this bar, but the cooker as well. That seems extremely abnormal. This does not sit well. I'm gonna look over the shattered dishware in front of me.
These actually have broken. Shut your muffler up, bitch. Okay. As I was going to say, these dishes actually were not thrown on the ground. They were accidentally dropped. You can actually see their impact points before they fully shattered on the wood beams that is the floor.
Well, somebody was carrying them, was either startled or assaulted. They were not thrown. From there, after logging any and all information I can see within this room, I'm going to head back down and attempt to follow the skid marks and where they may have led.
All right. You make your way down here as you see a lot of those skid marks that you did not originally see previously make their way out of this door. And you can see some of the stonework has actually been beaten because of these heavy objects. And it kind of stops at the road here. You can see what was probably a whole lineup of materials. In fact, you see some of the broken glassware and...
We lost Ed.
No! Oh, the
The wife's
woman's got
gone.
him by the balls.
Gotta go make another child.
Might have to
Oh,
call
no.
it here soon.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll just call it after this. I need to take a
Well-
piss. Like bad. I'll be right back.
All right.
Can I tell if they were full carriages or just carts?
No, that one would not be possible.
I feel like the wheelbase would tell me, like, the rough size of what they were
No,
working
not
with.
really, because the amount of wear and tear the road has, that one's going to actually be hard to tell.
That's
Other than
fair, I
just
wouldn't be able to tell
seeing
difference.
the horse poo and here and there, and you actually see a dude sweeping up some of that horse crap, the crap apples, as they are called. But other than that, that's about as much information as you got.
So yeah, this is what I can tell. Either A, this was a targeted assault by a group of people to steal any and all quote unquote valuable materials from this particular bar.
Yep.
Or
Maybe.
B, it was a setup.
Ooh, that's an interesting thought.
Because while yes, it is normal or even like slightly abnormal that they would steal anything and everything that could be nailed down. It is definitely severely abnormal to damage casks in such a way where they cannot be used again, and to damage a table in such a way where no normal person could do it. It would take several people to do it.
Interesting.
So this is either a very targeted assault by a begrudged captain towards this
It's a
particular
setup.
barkeep,
It's a setup. It's a setup.
or B, the barkeep himself was made this as a setup so he could dip out.
Ooh, interesting I actually like your thought process here. I cannot spoil it, but I love what you're putting on the table.
I watched too many
Until
crime
next time.
documentaries.
That's all, folks.
On the next episode of the Emerald Isles.
The Isles of Emerald and Gold. All right.
The next episode
But no,
of Dragon Ball Z.
Goku found himself a flintlock, and he now wants to be a space pirate.
They already got one of those.
I know. That's kind of funny that it was actually a whole fucking movie.
Don't put that away.
All right. But no, until next time, safe travels, everyone. We're cutting it early because we're down a player. That, and also I'm not feeling that good.
Avita Zen.
Avita Zen.